What's going on, people? Welcome back to another POV. Back in my hometown. A lot of you who have seen my videos already will see this as a familiar sight. And this old bunda here. So today is a catch up because I've not spoken about a few things, but I've changed my GoPro. The whole reason for me shooting today predominantly is being inspired by Optical Wonder, for one. I helped him get an A7IV because I made pre-orders everywhere in about 3 or 4 different stores because I wanted to get it early. One of those pre-orders he needed. Like I said, I was motivated by how quickly in one day he was able to edit and get the whole story done, and I just think if you follow him and you watch his videos, you know he's always talking about just getting up and going out and just doing it, you know? So no more excuses. I know I was kind of getting bored of being around this surrounding, but no more excuses. That shouldn't stop me from shooting more and getting some sick photos. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do today. I'm now using a super view lens, or max view. I can't even remember what it's called. I'll leave it on the screen, but it should, in theory, help with the I don't even think it helps with the stabilization. I think it's more the rotation. So I don't know how much this is actually gonna help. Hopefully it gives me a bigger field of view so that you guys can see the camera. Sometimes it gets lost. But ultimately it's just to, just add to the stability. Hopefully it does do something. It does shoot in 2.7K, which I'm not necessarily worried about, but of course, losing some resolution isn't always the best thing when the stabilization is already so good on the GoPro anyway. So let's talk about what I'm shooting with today. I'm shooting with the new A7IV with the 24 G Master 1.4 and my trusty A7R4 with the 135 GM. So yeah, we're gonna be trying these both out. I've definitely done some testing and some playing around with the cameras myself, and I definitely noticed the resolution difference. So hopefully it won't be too much of a massive deal. How I'm holding my cameras as well, I've got 2 Peak Design clips that will sit literally on my hip. I'm pushing towards wedding photography, guys, so that's why I've got 2 bodies and 2 lenses. I'm not being greedy. Like I said, the GoPro on the chest mount, and my microphone. Once again, I was using that in the wedding scene and wedding videos, wedding videography. So I thought, why not up the production a little bit? One of my favorite features with the A7IV is the ability to change from photo to video without losing anything. So what I'm gonna do is so I can go from video. This is in 4K. I don't think I've gotten the active stabilization yet. Let's try that. Let's try that. So this is with the active stabilization on. There's a little bit of a crop, but it allows for the footage to be a lot smoother and a lot nicer. So yeah, I love how I can do that. And then if I end that recording, I can literally just go into photo mode, and all my, well, you can see my white balance is off, but all my settings change. So my ISO is back to 160. My f-stop is still at the same, just because on the lens you've got the changeable dial. But if it was on auto, it would allow me to change it, or it changed back to what it was before. So what I'm gonna do is, because we're shooting on the street, I'm just gonna leave my white balance on auto. Yeah, that's a bit overexposed. So I'm just gonna be playing with my shutter today pretty much. A load of my shots are probably gonna be shallow anyway. So that's how I was shooting with the A7IV, A7R4. The ISO I'll probably play with, it's staying at 1.8. It's probably staying at 400 of a second. And that's how we're gonna shoot. One last thing, I know I've been talking for ages, thank you for the patience. A lot of people ask about my focusing modes. So I have it on my drive mode on high plus, just so that I don't miss any shots. But then I use tracking expandable, flexible spot. So not all of you are gonna have this. This has only come out with some of the latest Sony cameras. So I believe the A7III doesn't have it, but like A6400, anything that came out after the A6400, which was my first camera, is basically the cameras that have it. So for example, you can lock on to what you want. Let's stand still quick. You can lock on to what you want, and well, as long as it's still in frame, it will hold on to that point when you half press the shutter. And that just allows you to, you know, choose what you want. and not rely completely on autofocus. Yeah, let's have a wide shot here. Cool. When you've got a camera on your hip, it is hard to get down low, but let's see what we can do. That's another thing as well. Like I'm so used to, I'm not used to having a 24mm, like a real 24. I had a crop sensor before on the A7IV and I was always getting kind of like a 36 with it, 36mm. Sorry? What, TK Maxx? These are the times where you need a bloody husband chair. Oh, to be fair. You just wish that the lights were just like in the middle a little bit.
They're just tags, because I really want to do cute presents and I keep seeing them and I keep wanting to come back to them. And they're here and they're in the sale, so it's meant to be.
Bloody women, eh? Was it Kanye? What are they? Oh shit, to be fair, I needed to buy one of them. Maybe I'll try and lose M at some point. I'm not surprised. That's strange. Zam. Susie. Right, we've lost her. I don't even know where I'm going. I know I need to get a card. Let's go in here. Hiya. Do you do any Christmas cards here?
Christmas cards, yeah.
Don't usually bother with Christmas cards, if I'm honest, especially if I'm with the person who I'm giving it to, but there are a couple of things that I couldn't get, so I'm gonna have to declare them via card too, and it gives me a good chance to say some loving words at the same time, but if I'm honest, they are not nice at all. Clintons, didn't realise they were here, perfect. Yeah, these are kind of like super formal. What would you guys go with? Little hologram, I kind of like that. Guys, I was actually thinking about some time ago, this has just reminded me, taking a photo and basically getting this hologram background. I might do that. I like this card. I think it's not necessarily fit into what I was planning to do, but it works. What I might do is change lenses quick, just because I think the 135 for me right now is the preferred favorite. So honestly, this will allow me to feel a bit more comfortable shooting wide here, shooting from a distance here. And then just because wide is a lot more architectural. I'll probably get wide with some of these guys here. Let's try and get them at angles where you've got some depth. So the 135, guys, I'm not even sure if I've shot with this on any kind of street photography tip. So yeah, I've been shooting with it for a little while now, and it's a magical. It kind of took over from me using the my beloved Tamron 70 to 180 for weddings and stuff like that. It's really hard to use just because it's super tight, but everything else or portrait shots, it's magical, as you've probably seen. It's just one of those lenses that you just can't pull out all the time. Same with the 24. I'm kind of coming out with the street lenses today that aren't street lenses. I'm just outside Primark. All right, cool. Yeah, I was just checking to see where you were. Merry Christmas. How you doing? Good. What are you playing today?
Oh, you know, this, but that.
Yeah, what's your genre? What's your style?
I like a lot of the 70s kind of focus.
Yeah, awesome. I'm just floating around whilst my partner's shopping and taking photos and documenting it. But yeah, that's me. You too. All right, Sony Bangle. Sorry? Huh? Yeah, I'm just shooting about. I might go and have a walk on the waterfront as well. Look at that focus hold. Even when people get in the way, it goes right back. That's insane. It's alright.
Cause I see the love light in your eyes, in the wonder of it all. Is you?
I tried them shoes on
Huh?
them shoes I tried on.
No, it doesn't look. Who? If you wanted one, you only had to ask.
No, I'm incognito. You probably don't recognise me. I'm George Clooney, and
I've got you, George. Look, here we go.
oh yeah, you sell that.
Yeah.
Nice culture.
Happy Christmas. I couldn't even see it, but I guess that would have been. Yeah, I couldn't see him when I was first getting down. That's fine. He can be in the photo. Ah, I missed it. It reminded me of when I was a kid and you'd be going out with your mum and just asking them for stuff. Anyway, huh?
I like the hot dog.
Do you want one? Do you want one? I'll get you one. Contactless. I'll have a bite of yours. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That your style, is it? Thank you. Wait, selfish. Give me a bite then. What, wait until it's gone, yeah?
Take the old tin.
Doing things and in a sec. Yeah, I like to take photos of people doing their thing, you know, feeling happy in their own elements. Like this gent here. What? What is that on his leg? What is that? That's brace. You see the brace on his leg? It must have shattered it pretty bad. Probably needs it reconstructed. That's the thing that I find a shame when I'm here, right? It's just, it feels like nothing pops out at you. Do you get what I mean? Definitely loud up there. I like this, so I'm gonna try and focus down there, but have someone walk past. Did I catch that? Oh, he blocked it. Didn't look as nice as I thought. Maybe just having people down at the end might be the better looking shot. I think she got in on that a tiny bit. Always get a shot of the mill as I'm going back. I don't take many gear shots, so I just thought I'd give it a go. If you're wondering why I've got, you're probably not wondering, but let me tell you anyway. I've got a grey wrist strap. If I'm white balancing, if I'm on set or on a shoot and I want to white balance for video more specifically, quickly using this to set your white balance is ideal. It's also good for setting middle grey for exposures. So having that on my wrist, I've got a grey card usually in my bag as well, but having that on my wrist is super useful. It's so dead. What is going on? What day are we? Oh wait, it's Christmas Eve. I feel like it's a Saturday. I feel like it's a Saturday, but it's not. What day is it today?
Said you guys live in the Christmas tree and I'm just Cinderella.
Why?
Stuck at home doing jobs.
Should we go and help her? I really like that reflection.
Should I jump in and you take it?
Lovely. So I'm trying close focus just to make that background look a little bit more dreamy. Let's see if I can manual focus and just pull it close. Is that close? Yeah, that's close. So if I pull my focus quite close to me, it's going to be somewhat out of focus, but I kind of like that. Kind of like that dreamier look to it. One sec. I think they ruined in that photo. What's going on there? Someone started painting it pink. See the center. Right, photo time has run out. It's time to go inside and get ready for Christmas Day, but I will be editing a video with you right now. So let's get to it. What's going on, people? I am back home. Well, my new home for a Christmas break. I'm gonna be editing my favorite photo with you from today. I'm looking to start a hashtag. Well, I've already got a hashtag, but I just haven't pushed it. I haven't asked for anyone to kind of use it or feedback on it. So I'd appreciate if the next time you could hit up MarvellousVisuals. I'd appreciate it if we could start growing this community. I want to definitely see what you guys can create, because looking at other people's hashtags, there's some awesome content out there, man. And yeah, I really want to say my piece about what you guys are creating. I really want to have that as motivation, and vice versa. I hope that you will use that hashtag to look at people who follow me as well, and we can kind of grow a small community within the community. So yeah, hit up that hashtag. I'd appreciate it. Let's get looking into this library, and I'm going to select one of my favorite presets. Control A to select all, and I'm going to sync everything. Let's check all. Let's look at that in the library tab. Things go a lot faster in the library tab. So I just posted a video on the M1 Mac, and as you can hear, the fans kick on. They definitely turn on. Everyone's saying, oh yeah, M1 Mac doesn't do it. Yes, mine might be faulty, to be fair, but I'm sure, yeah, no, I'm sure they will. I really like that for some reason, just seeing her popping out the crowd. Gotta love that one, don't you? Awesome. So after I'm done with my selections, I'm literally just going to pop into the rated tab right down at the bottom. Let's have a quick look at them again and just pick out a favorite that I'll edit. I kind of like that. That one's typical street shotty. If that makes any sense. I don't know what a typical street shot is. I do like live music. I am a fan of live music, I'm not gonna lie. Or should we just go with this gent here? Let's just go with this gent here. It's more than likely that I will get the A7IV files for you, just because it's a new camera, and I'll upload some of the RAWs, just so that you can have a little play around with whichever photo I choose. Let's take off the vignette. Firstly, if you hold Option or Alt, you press, or you hold on to the feather, you can see what you're doing with it. So it was already at 100, which is fine, which makes it a little bit more progressive. There is still a vignette there, but it's just not as harsh. What I'm going to try to do is line this up, just make it a little bit more, some might say, pleasing. So what I'm going to do is use the guidelines, click on that, straighten it out. It might not work, but let's try. And let's try and get these lines, or what would be the lines to this building, somewhat straight, and see where we're at. Yep, that's a little bit more symmetrically pleasing, if that makes any sense. So let's do a before and after. Just straighten it up a little bit more of a bit of a rotation going. And why not? Let's crop it for Instagram. So 4:5 to get the biggest ratio on a photo. After lining it up, the preset has done the majority of the work that I would like to do to this image anyway. There are a couple of things that I might change. So exposure wise, I might just up the exposure a tiny bit, drop highlights down, just hoping that we can see some of that sky again. What I might do is just make a mask. So new update, select sky. It will pretty much do it all for you. Press O to take away the opacity, to take away the overlay. Drop the highlights down a little bit in the sky. I think we need some detail in some of these shadows here. So turn up the shadows a little bit more. Drop the blacks, skosh, so we're not killing those darker areas again. But I won't go into too much detail today. What I will tell you is that in the actual sharpness tab, there we go. So on my preset, I've kind of set it up how I would usually do it anyway, because like I said, it's my preset. 109 is a lot sharpening, but the masking is important. So the masking, I'm holding Option or Alt again, and a lot of the time the masking is on 0 or something low like this, which means that you are just sharpening your whole image, like everything is sharp, and you don't necessarily want that. This guy was clearly the feature of the photo, and I like that he kind of made some eye contact as we were going by. Not, like I said, not an amazing photo, but that's what the subject matter is. So masking, hold Option or Alt, and I pull it along until I'm pretty much only getting, I mean, I'm still getting a lot of outlines from behind or behind him that work a lot better when using like the 135 or something like that, but you're still gonna find a lot more subject separation from doing that or using that technique. I'm not really liking the hue of the jacket, so I'm going to change that. Ooh, I might have to change it in a specific area. So once again, back to the masking tool. Subject. Let's see what happens. I think it's going to pick him up straight away. Yep, it did. It picked him up straight away. It's not got to be perfect. And after you've got that done, you can then manually change the hue. I remember when I first started and I was like, why the hell isn't there a hue adjustment like this? What color jacket should we give him, guys? I think we should give him like a, what about pink? Should we give him a pink? It's like a little Hugh Hefner that way, doesn't he? Let's up the exposure a tiny bit too. Yeah, let's leave it there. Let's leave it there. Let's put in the near mask. Let's put a linear gradient just on the bottom. Add a bit of texture to the floor. Nothing crazy. That sky mask, I might actually just take down some of those. Put the highlights back a little bit. It's starting to look a little bit HDR and fake. But yeah, we're pretty much done here. I hope you've liked what I've done. Signing out of this POV. Merry Christmas. Have an awesome, happy New Year. Take care of your family, your loved ones, your friends. Enjoy the festive period, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace.